Hi, welcome back to another episode of Three Siblings Walk Into a Bar. I'm Deshae, the oldest sibling.
Sage, the middle sibling.
And I'm Storm, the youngest sibling.
I could see you anticipating what you're gonna say, Storm. I can see it in your
I have to be
face.
prepared.
Yeah.
It's my ADHD, you know?
Oh,
I don't know what made me just think of this, but I just got, because the kids are about to start school. I forgot a drink, so I'm going to be swallowing hard, which sounded weird. But anyway, they had sent out an email of like, remind your kids of the dress code and like, here are the rules and blah, 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 blah. And I'll tell you, they were like, they literally had a picture of a septum piercing with a circle and a like line through it. And it said, small studded nose rings are okay, but no other nose jewelry is allowed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And I was like, first of all,
What?
that's stupid. Second of all,
Yeah.
I was not allowed to have a nose ring in 8th
No.
grade. And third of all, so like a lip piercing would be okay, or like their eyebrow pierce would be okay, because it didn't specify that. It just said no other nose piercing besides a small stud. So I'm like, if they had their like eyebrow pierce, you'd be okay with it. I was totally offended.
Dude, I had dress code issues all the time when I was big shocker. I had dress code issues all the time. My best friend in junior high, she got her nose pierced, and tell the administration, she was like, it's for religious purposes. And they were like, well, I need a note from like your religious advisor. And she was like, do you want me to just like call God real quick and say like, oh, hey, like, can I have this nose ring? And they were sick of dealing with her at a certain point, and they were like, just, you can keep it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even care anymore. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was telling Stinky like some of the rule, and I was like, your hair would have been too long, like you would have had to cut your hair. And I was like, and I was like, your hair couldn't, like if you had it spiked up, it couldn't be like over an inch long. And I was like, and if you look at like the high schoolers and they all have like beards and stuff, and I was like, you had to be clean shaven. I'm like, you could not have all that. And I was like, so I'm like excited for y'all, but I'm also going to be one of those people that was like, if I'm not allowed to, you're not allowed to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm like, God, that must be nice.
I had like a foot-long mohawk in high school, and we weren't supposed to have like crazy colored hair, but mine was a different color every week. And the dean of the school would ask me like, what color is your hair going to be next week? And I was like, okay, well, he doesn't care, so I could just do it. And then he always would ask me to do school colors, and finally for graduation I did it. And he was like, oh, I forgot to ask you to do that. And I was like, cool, because this was like a big process for me. But
yes.
Thank you, Dean.
It is such a pain in the ass to do your mohawk. Oh my God.
Oh, it was. I remember we used to do it all the time. It would take, we would have to take like a full like 2 hours to put it up. And the amount of different straighteners we ruined, and
hairspray that you have to go through.
Bottles of hairspray we went through. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then it would take you like 14 and a half years just to wash your hair, because you get all the shit out of it.
With dish soap.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God. I miss that thing, but I don't miss. Do you remember the tiny little Kia that I used to drive, and I had to like duck down into it to be able to drive it? I remember that. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. So the first thing that popped in my head whenever you said that was like, oh my God, you're going to get pulled over because they were going to think you couldn't drive. There was one time I was parked in front of Richard's house when we first started dating. And this police officer like pulls in behind us and asks for our IDs. And I'm like, I'm parked. My car is off. Yep. Anyway. And he was being a total a-hole, this cop was. And the lady, because there was two of them, there was the guy that was next to me, and then there was a lady next to Richard on the passenger seat. She literally apologized when like he walked away first, and she goes, I am so sorry. Like he was being a total asshole.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he was on the back of my ID, you know how you have like restrictions? Well, mine, I forgot what letter it is. It's like A or B or whatever, which means that I have to drive with either contacts or glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, this here says that you have restriction, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, so? And I said, so I have my contacts in. Do you need to see them? And he was like, well, doesn't this mean that you have to drive with an adult, someone over the age of blah, blah, blah? And I said, no, it doesn't. It means that I need to drive with my contacts or my glasses on, which are on. As I'm also, my car's not even on. Like, I'm not driving.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, oh, okay. And then at the end of it, he left. And then the lady was like, I'm so sorry. Anyway, it just totally made me think of that with you driving with a Mohawk, because I'm like, I would have totally pulled you over and been like, sir, could you look side to side?
Yeah. Like, how are you driving?
Yeah.
I'm sure I got that all the time. I never thought about it. It wasn't an issue. Just made it work.
Well, also, it's a lot easier to drive, like, move your body when you're young, you know? Now that we're old, it's like, ow, that hurts.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sure I looked ridiculous. I'm sure I did.
It's okay.
Well, we didn't live too far from schools.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. I remember one time, your ex-husband had to take me to school. So you remember the school we went to, the middle school was right next to the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he was driving me, and I'm thinking, this is a weird way to get to the middle school. And I'm like, not thinking about it or whatever. And then he like starts going around. I'm like, where are you going? Like, he like passed the middle school. And he was like, your school right up here. You're going to I said, no, that's not my school. I go to the middle school right there. And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I go to that one over there. Like, I'm not, that is the senior high. That's not even like the regular high school. And he was like, oh, I'm just like, oh, you must have picked up my sister from that school.
You're 6 years younger than him.
Yeah. He must have just thought, like, maybe he went to a little tiny town where everybody went to the same school.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Made me giggle.
I mean, that makes sense, because I do remember when we moved here, I was like,
there's so many schools.
Yeah. But I get it makes sense now. Like, I get it.
Well, even now, since we live in, it's not like it's a smaller town than what we grew up in, but it's 9th through 12th grade. And I'm like, I am not okay with 9th graders being with the 12th graders.
That's
and mom's like,
that's
normal. Like, she's like, what do you mean?
That's
totally fine. And I'm like, I was like, the difference between your like age and hormones between 9th and 12th grade are very different. I'm not okay with like little babies being with pretty much grown adults.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like your first year of high school, and then you're with the kids that have been through it for 4 years. No.
Yeah, we had junior high, so we had 9th and 10th grade, and then we had senior, so
11th and 12th. Yeah,
I love that. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah, it would have been hard. Yeah. We just had a lot of people, so you had to do it that way.
1,300 people in my graduating class. Exactly.
Absolutely
so
crazy.
The graduations took so long,
especially because our last names.
Oh
and
my
I was
their last names.
Third from the last person of 1,300 people.
They had. You fell asleep. Y'all fell asleep. You and Richard both fell asleep during my graduation.
Yeah, we did.
One of my friends, her daughter graduated last year for Allen, and they're just extra and crazy. And she goes, oh my gosh. So it had gotten delayed a few times, I think because of rain, because they do it at their stadium. And tell me why this high school had the ceremony, which took forever because there's so many students. Then they had a full-on fireworks show, and then they had a full-on drone show. And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, y'all need to calm down. Like, I know this is a big deal, but chill the hell out. Because I was I would have been I'm ready to get the frick out of here.
Can we go?
It is.
That everybody there just wants to get out and go to their graduation party and drink anyways. Like, there's not...
Right.
It's not really that serious. Of course it's Outland, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, people always thought it was us like the Plano kids that were the snooty rich ones. Like, no, it's not us.
No. I remember, I think I've told the story before, but we had just gotten like a PlayStation, like when the PlayStation's like, it's like PlayStation 1 or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was like when you first could do like online and you could like get into this like online PlayStation world.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Richard had gotten on there and we had ran into somebody else from Texas. And Richard had said, "Oh, we live in Plano." And he was like, "Y'all must be like rich. And I was like, no, not even a little bit. But okay.
Yeah, that's just
like, only if you live in a certain area of Plano.
Exactly.
But everything else is pretty normal.
If you live in this neighborhood of Plano, then you're good. But otherwise,
then you're yeah. Well, we already talked about everything before we hit record, so
I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
All of our ailments.
Everything that's wrong with us. I'm a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
I self-diagnosed myself with everything. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. So I've got a list for you, like I told you. But this is something that I've always been intrigued by, and I think probably, you guys will find it, interesting as well. Anyways, it's a list of
you sounded not so sure. Like, you might kind of like it, you might not.
I know you, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. It's a list of 35 serial killers and their last words.
Oh, yeah.
I
was thinking, because like all princesses have a pet. So that's what I was thinking. It was like, oh, it's like, I was about to say Johnny Craig. Johnny Craig is not a serial killer. Anyway.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you don't really know.
Anyway, I was just thinking like blah blah blah's pet was a pet cricket. Yeah.
They also, I think there's also a list of their last meals. I don't have that one, but I think that is out there.
Those are crazy.
But this was an article done on thoughtcatalog.com by Katie Mather. So there's 35 of them, and some of these we've talked about, done stories on, so we may have already heard these, but okay, here we go. Especially number one, who we all know. So the first one is
Johnny Craig.
Hey, maybe I say what it is and you see if you can guess.
Who said it?
Yeah.
Okay, we need hints, but
okay.
I don't care if I live or die. Go ahead and kill me. Which, I mean, it's not great.
We just did this.
Did
recently?
It's a he.
Okay. We just did it recently?
I don't think that we've done this. I think it's a big it's a big one. Okay, I don't think we have. Have we? If we have, oh my God. Raped and killed 17 men and boys in the 1980s.
Is it Dahmer?
Dahmer. Oh.
We have done. Oh, no, I haven't done that.
We haven't done Dahmer.
No. I couldn't, because I know, Sage, you've been wanting to. But yeah.
Yes. I didn't do it because the show came out at the time and I didn't know.
Well, so he was beaten to death by an inmate.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
On November 20th, 1994.
Yeah. Because I figured that would have been something they said right before they electrocuted him or whatever.
Like their last word.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, hurrah for anarchy. This is the happiest moment of my life. I don't know who this person is. Y'all might not either.
Okay.
No, it's George Engel, and he was one of the 4 people that were responsible for the 1886 Haymarket bombing in Chicago. And he was hanged on November 11th, 1887. Might have to do a little story on him.
Yeah. I'm going to make a list, screenshot that and send it to
I know. This one, okay, so this one, I don't know. I want to say maybe I did the story on him, but I can't remember because we've done so many now. So, all right. Tell me, after my head has been chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my own blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That would be a pleasure to end all pleasures.
This
Oh my
sounds
gosh. That is so graphic.
I feel like I've thought about doing this or I've done it. It's an old one. So like, I mean, like old times, like, okay, like
1930s.
He raped and killed and drank the blood of almost 60 people. It's
I think I don't know names.
I don't remember his name.
Why are you trying to tell me? I can't. Yes, he's the
I know. Names are hard. His name's Peter. It's Curtin. That's not how you pronounce it. The Vampire of Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Yes, we'll do it next. I don't think you've done that one.
I don't think so. I think I've come across him, but I haven't. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. Okay. Number 4 is hurry it up, you Hoosier bastard. I could hang a dozen men while you're screwing around. That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah. God.
I've never heard of this guy.
That person has to have ADHD.
Yeah. His name is Carl Pansram. He was a very famous serial killer, arsonist, and rapist, and he was hung on September 5th, 1930.
He was hung?
Mm-hmm.
Is this in France?
In the 30s. I don't know.
I was going to ask, when did they
stop? Like, I think in the 70s.
That's what I was, yeah.
France was like pretty, I'm going to Google it while you read the next one.
Okay, number 5. Okay, Warden, let's do it. I love y'all. I can taste it already. I am starting to go.
What did they give him?
What is wrong with everybody?
So this guy's fucked up. His name's John Avalos Alba. I don't know how. He fatally shot his wife while on bail for a child molestation charge. He was executed by lethal injection May 25th, 2010.
Oh, I hate him.
Mm-hmm.
The last hanging was January 25th, 1996 in Delaware. Delaware. I thought France was the last hanging. No, France was guillotine. France was the last guillotine.
Okay.
And then, how did they decide that? They're like, no.
Yeah, I wonder if they requested that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did that person do? It must be really bad.
His name is Billy Bailey. Let me click on his Wikipedia really quick.
That's so wild to me. I didn't realize that they were still doing that. I figured
he was
they
convicted of first degree murder, 2 counts, first degree robbery, possession of a deadly weapon during the commission of a felony, and possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. Death by hanging. So first degree murder, weird. Second degree murder? No, first degree murder, 2 counts. So 2 counts. Interesting. Fun facts.
No.
I don't know how fun it is, but a fact.
No. Mm-hmm. Okay. Number 6. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. This is Timothy. We know who this is. I don't think we've done this person. Timothy McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh, who was he did the Oklahoma City bombing. Executed by lethal injection, June 11th, 2001.
Yes.
Number 7, we have, he says, turn up the radio and I'll go quietly.
What?
I don't recall hearing about this person as well. We are going to get some good stories from this list. Peter Manuel, the Beast of Birkenshaw, murdered and raped at least 7 people. He was hung on July 11th, 1958.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8, he says, most of these are men, which you can't tell. Freedom, freedom at last. It's been a good one.
Okay.
John W. Rook kidnapped and raped a hospital nurse before running over her body with his car.
Oh my God.
He was
him.
executed by lethal injection September 20th, 1986.
Yeah.
And you know how scary it would be to have like lethal injection? I mean, really irritating.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm like, do they do something? Because, you know, I know this is going to sound very graphic, but you know, like dogs, how they kind of like put them to sleep. Like they will actually like fall asleep and then they give them. I'm like, is it the same thing?
Yes.
I'm like, do they like put you to sleep? Because I'm like, my heart would have like given me a heart attack pounding so hard before I would have died.
From what I understand, there's like 3 or 4 different injections, and there's only like there's one that like helps with pain. There's one that like starts to slow your heart rate down. I can't remember exactly what they do, but basically there's like it kind of like shuts your brain off before it like actually stops your heart.
Okay, because I'm like, God,
I think it's pretty quick too. So
yeah.
Okay, number 9. We all know who this is. I'd like you to give my love to my family and friends. That is Ted Bundy.
Oh, screw Ted Bundy. He's a freaking idiot.
Executed by electric chair January 4th, 1989.
Did you say my friends and family?
Yeah.
I'd like you to give my love to my family and friends.
Oops, well, I'm sure that the people that you murdered would have also liked to give their love to their family and friends.
Yeah. This one is weird. It's okay. I'd rather be fishing.
Cool. Love that. What are your last words?
How do you find a sense of humor at this time?
Oh
God. Jimmy Glass escaped from prison and killed a couple. He was executed by electric chair June 12th, 1987. Number 11. This one we know who this one is. You may get this, Sage, maybe. Okay. I'd like to say I'm sailing with a rock and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th. Like the movie. Big mothership and all. I'll be back.
It's Gacy.
Nope.
Thought Gacy too. Because then he like asked for forgiveness or something.
It was Eileen.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. I knew it was one of the queer ones. Yeah.
She was very specific in her date that she would be back.
If you listen to any if you listen to any of the interviews that she had, she just talks. And some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth is wild.
She was, of course, executed by lethal injection October 9th, 2002. This next one's weird. Let's do it. This is from Gary Gilmore. It just says his crime was murder. He was executed by a firing squad on January 17th, 1977.
Oh my God. I feel like that's the way I'd want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the judge. Because doesn't the judge make that decision, I guess?
I think so.
Like how?
I think. Like the actual sentencing, yes. Like the jury will find you guilty or not guilty, but the actual sentencing comes from somewhere else.
So there's
a fun fact under him. And it said these last words were the inspiration for the Nike logo.
Are you serious? I literally was just thinking. I was going to say a joke and be like the guy who invented Nike, but oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know how true that is, but weird.
It makes me think of there, you know, those TikToks that are going around where it's like, when I die and I meet blah 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 in heaven, and it's like, you know, it's usually like the ones that I come across are like insurance companies. They were like the person that invented this insurance company. And then there was one where this girl was like, when I die and go to hell and I see the stingray that killed Steve Irwin. She's like, oh my God.
So good.
Okay, this one is funny. I'm not going to say it's not, but it's funny. Number 13, this they said, "How's this for a headline? French fries."
Oh.
Could you imagine having to quote that on a headline though? Like
Exactly.
it literally would have to say that in. Oh my god!
Like if you're in there, like what do you do? Do you like? Do you
That is
laugh
like
or
the-
do you?
Do
What
you
do you
laugh?
do?
Do you
That's
cry?
like the best
Like
joke of all time, though. That is
Yeah.
so good.
French fries. Oh my god!
Well, and so funny, but his name is James French.
LOL.
It just says crime was murder,
French fry.
executed by electric chair, August 10th, 1966.
Like people are expecting this like profound quote from him, and he gets back to like the news station, and he's like, "Okay, what did he say?" He's like, "Fucking French fries, dude." That's so good.
French head fry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 14. An innocent man is going to be murdered tonight. When my innocence is proven, I hope Americans will realize the injustice of the death penalty as all other civilized countries have. That is Roger Keith Coleman. He was convicted of murdering his sister-in-law. He was executed by electric chair May 20th, 1992. All right, number 15. He says, "I took a father. It wasn't my fault. It was an accident. God knows the truth." Shannon was smiling and humming as witnesses entered the death chamber. He told the Garza family that his smile was not from happiness. "If my life could bring your father back, then let it be. Don't take my smile for disrespect." Shannon said he was going to heaven. He said if he saw his victim, he would ask Garza for forgiveness. "I'll say when I see him, I'm sorry." He urged the relatives of his victim to go home, have fun, smile. "I'm happy. Why should I lie now? I have no anger. I have no fear."
That's
God damn.
Yeah.
That's
Very.
crazy.
His name is Willie Shannon.
How you feel going, like at that point, you have to be able to tell yourself something.
Absolutely.
Just like accept it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do at that point. He murdered a grandfather while trying to steal his car. He was executed in a gas chamber November 8th, 2006.
I guess I am just not up with the when things were not
Mm-mm.
allowed anymore, because that
It's-
seems inhumane.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This one's funny too. Not gonna say it's not. These aren't funny, but it's funny. Okay, number 16, he says he says, "Well, gentlemen, you are about to see a baked apple."
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Oh my
Okay, so
goodness.
his name
Apple or something?
Yes, his name is George Apple.
Oh my god.
And he was executed
Oh
by
my
the electric
God.
chair.
Oh my god. I can't.
You
That
gotta
is-
be able to tell
Oh
yourself
my
something.
god. You have to just laugh.
Yeah.
This was in 1928. He killed a police officer. Oh, this one's funny too. Okay. Number 17, he said, I remember reading this. He said, "I did not get my SpaghettiOs. I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this." He's mad.
You know what's an injustice? Not that I am about to die, but my last motherfucking meal was SpaghettiOs, and these bitches brought me regular spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Stop.
Imagine like you're about to die, and that is what you're worried about.
Yeah.
That is what you're pissed about.
Well, listen, I would be pissed too.
Yeah.
Like if you're about to kill me and you tell me I can get whatever the hell I want, and you don't even bring me what I wanted.
Right.
Thomas J. Grasso, he murdered 2 people. He was executed by lethal injection in 1995.
I want the press.
I want the press to know.
That is the epitome of like the white chicks like writing a letter to Mr. Royal Hampton.
Yeah.
Like that is what that is.
You may know this one.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is number 18. he just says, "Kiss my ass."
That was Gacy.
You said it earlier. That was Gacy. Yeah. Yep. Executed by lethal injection, May 10th, 1994. Number 19, I have nothing to say. Okay. That was Amelia Dyer. She murdered, well, it says she was thought to have murdered over 400 children.
Oh.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Is she a nurse?
I think so. I haven't done her story yet, but I'm interested. She was hung on June 10th, 1896. This one, go Raiders.
Oh my God. Pick a better team. Pick a team worth going. You know what I mean?
I've heard that before.
Robert Charles Comer. He was a murderer and a rapist, executed by lethal injection in 1988. Number 21, take a step forward, lads. It will be easier that way.
Is he gonna get shot?
That was
yeah. So this is Erskine Childers. Never heard of him. He was it says his crime was Irish Patriot Rebel. I don't know. Firing squad in 1922. Number 22, you sons of bitches, give my love to mother.
That is so country.
Yeah. This is Francis Two Gun Crowley.
He fancy.
Yeah, was a murderer and criminal, executed in electric chair, 1931. Number 23, good people are always so sure they're right. That is Barbara Graham. She was a murderer. Doesn't say who, how, what. Killed in the gas chamber in 1955. Number 24, you can be a king or a street sweeper, but everyone dances with the Grim Reaper.
That sounds like a Facebook
Very, yeah.
I want to say his name sounds very familiar. Robert Alton Harris. Did you do him?
I think so.
Robert Alton Harris. He was convicted of murdering 2 teenage boys. They put him in the gas chamber in 1992.
It's very possible.
All these 92s and 94s and 96s.
Killing people.
I keep wanting
killing
people. Yeah. For killing.
Legally killing.
All right, number 25. I am innocent, innocent, innocent. Make no mistake about this. I owe society nothing. I'm an innocent man, and something very wrong is taking place tonight. That is Lionel Herrera. He murdered 2 police officers. He was executed by lethal injection May 12th, 1993.
We got another one.
Yeah.
Either that or people were just way more like witty in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is number 26. This one's sad. I love you, Mom.
Oh.
Clarence Lackey was convicted of capital murder. Lethal injection in 1997.
That was sad.
That was sad. Number 27. Sorry, I'm reading the next one. That was funny. This one, capital punishment. Them without the capital get the punishment.
Is this from the Hunger Games?
Exactly.
This is John Spankelink. Listen.
Ooh, that's a fun last name.
It does. Yeah. It just says murder. He was electrocuted in 1979. This one's funny. Number 28, he says, beam me up.
I've heard this one.
What?
This is Gary Burris. Just says he was a murderer. Lethal injection in 1997. Let's see. Number 29. See you all on the other side. Warden, murder me. I'm ready to roll. Time to get this party started.
Gosh.
I know. That's James Jackson. He killed his wife and 2 stepdaughters. He was executed by lethal injection in 2007.
I always feel like, because you know the people that have to do that, like how hard that must be. You know, like I've always said, like the people that had to like hang somebody, or like it's not easy.
Yeah.
No.
And then I'm like, when they say stuff like that, does like make you not like make you feel better, but like make you feel a little better. You know what I mean?
Like they're ready.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm ready. You know, where you're like, okay, you know. Because if I had to do the one that said, tell my mom I love her, or I love you, mom, I would have been like, fuck it, I'm leaving. I'm not doing this.
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
can't,
Yeah.
you know?
No.
I know that like for electrocution, they used to have like, it was like 3 or 4 people would pull one switch, but only one person was like actually attached to the chair. So you never knew like who actually did it. I don't know if they do that with like the injection or anything like that, but
I think it was the same thing with the firing squad.
That's why they
it was like
so
only one person had an actual bullet or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 30. Kathy, you know I never meant to hurt you. I gave you everything, and that's what made me so angry. But I never meant to hurt you. I'm sorry. This is Carlos Granados. Stabbed his girlfriend, Kathy, and killed her 3-year-old son.
Ugh. Says every abuser ever.
Yeah.
You made me do that.
Exactly. Lethal injection in 2007. Number 31. There is no way words can express how sorry I am for taking the lives of my babies. Now I can be with my babies as I always intended. That was Christina Marie Riggs. She killed her 2 children. Executed by lethal injection in 2000.
So sad.
Number 32. He says, my darling Gertie, my wife, I love you endlessly, my honey bird. Till we meet again, stay strong. Love, Billy. Yeah.
I hate that one too.
William Jones. Never heard of him. He murdered the man he was having a gay affair with.
What the frick? And then I just can't.
Yeah. He was executed in 2002.
That made me mad. Why were you going to say that to your wife?
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever. I hate people. I just hate them so much.
Okay, next he says, I understand the feelings of the Ostraker family and I ask their forgiveness. I want to stress to them that I did not go down there that night to harm Jerry. I deeply regret how it turned out. That is James W. Chambers, who fatally shot Jerry Ostraker. He was executed in 2000. Got 2 more. Number 34. I love you all, and I'm sorry for what I done. I'm sorry for killing your mom and what I done to you. That's Ricky Barton. He murdered his wife. Lethal injection in 2006.
These suck. These last ones suck.
Yeah.
They should have put these in a better order.
Exactly.
I know. Okay. Last one. I can't really pinpoint where it started. What happened? But really believe that's just the bottom line. What happened to me was in California. I was in their reformatory schools and penitentiary, but they create monsters in there. That is David Long. He killed his 3 housemates. He was executed by lethal injection in 1999.
Dang.
There you go. There's your list. Isn't that creepy, the things people say?
The last words. Like, people are expecting people to have these, like, profound words and stuff, but, like, if you really think about what's about to happen to this person, you can only imagine what's actually going to come out of their mouth.
Right. Right. Like French fries.
And also, I'm like French fries. Yeah.
Yeah. French fries.
And
now I want French fries.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Thanks.
That will be the name of this episode. French fries.
French fries. Oh my gosh. I'm about to see an apple fry. I'm like, where can I use these in my day-to-day life? You know?
Yeah.
Where can I use these?
That was fun. I liked those.
That was fun. I did like those.
I didn't like all of them. Some of them were sad.
Yes.
And some of them made me mad.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to have an affair on your wife and then say, I love you so much, I can't wait to see you again?
Guilt.
Right.
If you loved her so much, you shouldn't have had an affair on her.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know.
I hate people so much. Also, can't. Don't apologize for something you should just not have done it in the first place.
No, don't murder people, okay? Just
Don't murder
Exactly.
people. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't. Just stop
don't
it.
kill anybody.
Stop
It'll be all right.
quit it.
Yeah. Like your dog. Leave it. Drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit. Yeah. That was fun.
The 90s have been popping up all over the place for me recently. I've been watching a lot of 90s movies and stuff. It's been bad. Just last night, I watched
90s movies were like
Matrix.
Did you?
90s movies hit, right?
Yes.
They were so good.
Yes, like Empire Records.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna get me started.
I love that movie. I love it so much.
I will say, the trends that are coming back around from the 90s, I am not.
No, they're not even the good ones.
Thrilled about.
Yeah.
They're not even the good ones. It's like the butterflies and the hair clips, and then I'm like,
no,
stop it. I'm like, listen.
It's like the Lizzie McGuire stuff that's coming back. I'm like, you guys, we could do so much better.
And and I remember being little and like refusing to wear sweatpants that like went around my ankle. We're like tight because that was like. And now that's all I wear. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. And not even that, but like a matching sweatsuit. Like I would have never.
Yes. And like a crew neck sweatshirt. Oh,
yes.
No.
Yes.
Like never.
Exactly.
And the Birkenstock. The Birkenstocks were dope. And then they were discussed and now they're dope again. Like I just can't keep up with it all,
Exactly.
I just
can't keep up. Can't do it.
I'm just going to keep my skinny jeans and my t-shirts because
oh my God. It's just the amount of skinny jeans I have gotten rid of in the past like 2 years. It's crazy. It's insane. I only have like one pair that
I mostly
wear
just wear like, yes.
Yeah.
I know. I can't. I just can't keep up with it all.
I don't know.
And the crop tops. Your mom,
listen.
Mom belly cannot do the crop tops. Okay.
No, we went to Target today, and I have my other niece with me. This week, and she's 11, and we were looking at her clothes, and it's like everything was a crop top, and I'm like,
everything.
You can't wear this to school. Like, what are they doing?
Right.
Yes, literally, even Madeline's clothes. Madeline is 4, and I was like, what the hell is this? I'm like, she's in daycare, so they don't give a F what she wears.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let, no, she is 4. She does not need to be showing off her belly. Like, what is this? And even she would be like, Mommy. Like, she'd be like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
I can't.
It's,
This is how you
crazy.
know
I don't get it. I hate it.
Kids these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell Richard all the time because sometimes Stinky will want to wear something that, wasn't cool when we were younger. And Richard will be like, are you sure you want that? And I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. I said, you were the kid where, first of all, when you were like his age, you were like the big old baggy jean, big t-shirt dude, which was like totally lame. Right. And then you were the like tightest pair of pants that you could possibly wear, completely all black wardrobe kid. And I'm like, and your parents, I said, how did you feel when your parents told you that you couldn't wear that or you needed to go change or whatever else? I'm like, just because you don't like it doesn't mean he doesn't like it.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel that.
So leave him be.
It's happening to you now.
Yeah.
No.
Shouldn't have been such a dick when you were a kid.
Yeah. That's what I say. I'm like, all the issues I have, I'm like, that's your kid. That's your kid. I was like, I was a good kid. Mostly. But I was like...
Yeah, I know I wasn't a good kid. I was too dramatic.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say dramatic.
Just
traumatized, maybe.
Yeah. And didn't know that that's what it was at the time. So it's like,
Yeah, it wasn't a well-known
told me
thing.
A story the other day when we were all together about like my kindergarten teacher and like an anxiety thing that was happening while I was in kindergarten. I was like, oh, cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Which I'll say, it is so much more helpful now that that's so like just like readily available information.
Mm-hmm.
Because like now I know like if my kids are doing something, I'll be like, okay, this is just anxiety. How can we help them through this? How do we walk through this or explain this a little bit better and stuff? So I I like that it's not so like, you know,
it's not it's
being dramatic
as it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like such a a parent moment when we were at Disney with Garrett, because he obviously has anxiety as well, and he was like attaching to me because I was able to talk him through it and like kind of talk to him about it, because I deal with the same thing, and so I think it kind of helped him to have someone else that was able to be there and do the same thing.
His is
it was pretty wild.
His is like being afraid of things that he doesn't, which I guess is everybody's anxiety, but he just gets so worried about stuff that like he doesn't know.
Yes.
And so, and I try to tell him, I'm like, it's okay if you don't know it. That can be fun. I'm like, you just stop it. Just try not having anxiety.
Exactly. Just don't have anxiety. I wish it would
stop. But I try to like, I know. And I have to remind him, I'm like, I would not let you do something that was going to put you in danger. So if I am okay letting you do it, just know like you're going to be safe. Like it'll be okay. So like all the rides and stuff, we had to like watch, or I'd be like, okay, tomorrow we're going to Hollywood Studios. So we had to like watch all the rides that he'd be able to watch, so he knew what to expect. Like, going through it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh.
Listen, I feel that too with some, especially with things that I think might make me sick. I'm like, okay, I need to check this out first, you know?
Yeah.
Like, which
Guardians
is annoying.
of the Galaxy, bro. That ride was so fun. It would have made you sick.
Yeah,
that was so fun.
I wanted to ride
there because Garrett started freaking out when we got up there, and so we were left with them. We both gave each other a look of like, who's gonna break. I was like, I'm riding this ride.
I'm riding this. Yeah.
He was like, I'll take him. I was like, thanks.
Oh boy,
that was good.
All right,
it was a good story.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Storm, if they want to hear some more of our stories, where can they find us?
We are on Facebook, Three Sellings Walk Into a Bar. We are on Instagram at Three Swib Podcast. You can go on there, like, comment, do all the things. Also, please rate and review. It's super, super helpful for us. YouTube, go watch us on YouTube. And yeah.
What happens when three siblings walk into a bar?